Hey everybody, it's Tim with Broken Dice, bringing you a quick little channel update. I just got my second unit of Scutarii done. Real happy with the way these guys turned out. And before I get into the project itself, in this video, I want to send out a big thank you to everybody who replied and gave me some advice on how to fix the shininess. In my last video, I talked about you had used the dark tone from Army Painter, and it came out quite shiny, and the models themselves stood out so much. And then everybody came up with the consensus, and most everybody came up with the same thing, was to use a matte varnish on top of them. Took the shiny off. I really didn't have to go back and do a lot of highlighting or anything on them. Maybe I could have, but I didn't think it was necessary, especially when you're talking about mass troops and stuff. And I really like the way these guys turned out. I'm getting much better at cutting out the Little Big Man Studios shield transfers. And I want to point out a couple of things here. Where's my guy at? Okay, let's, for the sake of argument here, let's move these bases around. I want you to look at something. Heck. Okay. First of all, this right here, the one with the very large, almost round shield, square shield, but it's got 4 little plates on it, basically, where you put in the transfer. And you would think that that would have been the hardest one. It's a little tedious, but it's not the most difficult one. Once you get your angles of your cuts, you start with the corner and you lay it out, and it's good. I messed one of them up. One of them, oh God, I was so mad. But anyway, the one I found to be the most difficult, and believe it or not, are these two right here. And if you notice in the corner, right there, there's this little triangle cut. You get it right, and it looks really good. But man, I had trouble with that one. So a little hint is what I just began doing towards the end after I'd done several of these. And I use my painting light. I have a magnifying painting light, and I just flipped it down and put those transfers underneath the magnifier. Kept them on the sheet themselves that I was cutting out, so you don't want to cut them out individually and then try to cut out the shield boss and the spine and all the other stuff. Just because it gives you more to hold on to and makes it more stable. That helped out tremendously, because sometimes when you're back up and you got your hand in the way and you barely see, and it's a little fiddly, but it's all right. I'm getting better at it. And so my next part of this will be doing the Scutarii, which is the light infantry. And you notice that these are 50 millimeter bases that I've got these guys on. And I like that look. A little more open, but these are their heavy infantry. So what I'm thinking about is for the Scutarii with it is the light infantry. Not skirmishers, mind you, but they're light infantry. I'm thinking about doing maybe 2 or 3 to a base, but 2 or 3 on a 40. I might have to do a couple of test runs once I get a couple of guys painted and see how it looks. Now, if anybody out there has some Spanish troops, Scutarii and Scutarii infantry, I would really like to know how you base the 2 different units, because one's light and one's heavy, and I would really like to know what you found looks and plays well for you. So I'm thinking about that. 2 on a 40 sounds good because, again, they'll have the same. I would imagine they'll also have the same basic dynamic poses as the. I haven't even opened up the bag yet, so I really don't know, but I would assume so. And it may be the same models basically, but with less armor on them and stuff. But I haven't broken up the bag yet. But if anybody's got any ideas, I'd appreciate that. Now, mainly, it's for Hail Caesar. So frontage is more important than depth. And so I'm thinking maybe 2 or 3 on a 40 at the most. Because like I said, putting these guys on 40s, they look a little cramped up. Maybe 3s on 50s. A lot of option to look at. And maybe I'll come up with something else. Maybe I need to get an odd size base for them. I don't know. Maybe 3 on 60s to give them that light infantry open order look. I don't know. But that's where we're at. Next part, Scutarii. They're going to be in small units to sides, so I'm going to have lots of those. Then we'll work on probably some skirmishers and then finish off with some cavalry, and then maybe come back to more Scutarii after I've done that. But that's where I'm at. I hope you guys have a great day. Wonderful Sunday here. The sun's out. It's beautiful out. Might go out for a little bit. Go running around just for the heck of it. Have a great work week when you go back. And I will see you next time. Probably after some assembly work. You guys have a great weekend and a great work week. I'll see you next time. And thank you for watching.